We're back out working on the greenhouse. We are hoping in a few days to have the poly up, but we will see.
Starting off, the plan is to get up some doors. We've got the 8x8 roll-up door that we're putting in first.
Let's get to work.
Let's get to work.
Steps, hon. Short steps.
There you go. Keep going that way. All the way, all the way. Man, it's a thick Carter pin right there. Keep coming.
Oh, is that Sandy Seaman?
Yeah. Honey, can you hold that for me? Thanks.
Are you in the lines? Check it out, our rhubarb's growing back.
I want you to go this way. It says I want you to go 3 turns. Let's just go a few and see what happens.
Careful. This one's good, I think, hon. Yeah, it's gonna pop out. This one's gotta go in.
Just about wrapped up with the door install. Luckily, when it's shipped to you, a lot of it is pre-assembled. When we did the garage door inside the shop, it was all in pieces, but they call this the door nest. It's basically the door just rolled up, and inside of there's these huge tension springs, these big coils that run across the whole entire top of the garage door, and you tension them with this provided rod. It's super easy to do. You stick it in this slot, and you just do a crank at a time. And I think we've got it to where we need it. You basically don't want the door to like zip up, and then you also don't want it to fall down. You want to find like a median, and that's kind of where it's at right now. It's just sitting like halfway. We've got the rails on the sides put in. You want to make sure that the door is freely going up and down those. You don't want like one kicked in or not, so you want them perfectly straight. The door is kind of cool. It comes with a little bit of Reflectix insulation on there, and next we're working on the door stops. So I've already got the one on this side. This one's gonna go right here, and all that does is it stops the door from going too far when you go to throw it up. This will kind of stop it, and it won't just sit up there and spin around. Test it out and see how the tension is. Stops it nice. Now let's see how hard it is to pull down. Oh, that is a smooth door. Use a little hair more up.
Tension?
Like guiding up. Let's go a little more. 3 more clicks on each one. Goes by itself. That looks pretty good.
That's nice.
Whoa. All right, now we just got to put the handles on and the rope. We're pretty much done.
Pretty snazzy, hun.
I like this door. It's a nicer door than the one we had on our Connex.
What's this business about?
What is it?
Like locking it or something? Like so I can lock up my plants?
I don't know what that is. It's a latch or some sort.
Interesting.
Okay, so you'll be in here, gardening. Yeah, like shove it in there.
Like shove it in there, but...
What the? You start by like making your own little door frame.
Oh, nice.
See, it's got these little seals and everything.
Okay, cool.
They really want you to see it. But the only thing is I need to push in right there.
Don't hate the play, I hate the game.
Okay, hold it up there.
Wait, is that what they say? Do you want to run like a little strip in here, or?
Getting the man door in, and it's proven to be a little bit more difficult than the roll-up door. For some reason, the rough-in measurement that they gave us, we did it, and it seems to be about 3/4 of an inch too big. So we put these 3/4 of an inch pieces we had laying around, and hopefully we'll be able to get this little edge on there. And then we're also gonna put a little mechanism that it came with that's like a little gas shock, so it automatically will close the door when you let go of it.
Does it work with the latch still?
It'll close it, but it won't latch it.
Oh,
you can
won't.
still push it. Now you can push it.
You mean it won't self-latch it? You just have to. That's fine.
And you can also do this. You can also push it out and put your thing on there.
Oh, if you want it
If you
open.
want it to stay open. We've got the 2 fans mounted in the front of the greenhouse, and when we have this whole system up and running, they're gonna work on a thermostat. Here's the one that the kit came with. It came with 2. I think I'm gonna hook the fans on one thermostat, and then on the back side, we're gonna have just these louver vents. These open with a little chain mechanism, so they're gonna work together. When the thermostat calls for the fans to turn on, it's also gonna call for these to open. So they'll open on the back side of the greenhouse, the fans will turn on the front, and what that's gonna do is gonna suck cooler air from outside of the greenhouse on the back, pull it all through the greenhouse, and then shoot it out the front side. We've got a lot accomplished today for just a half day, and we're gonna finish it off with mounting these back ones in. These are so light.
I know, I told you, they're lighter than a chicken.
Look at that.
I'm getting some flowers planted this morning. We are doing a lot of multitasking, trying to finish the greenhouse and also plant the entire garden. So I've also got to sow some beets, rutabaga, and turnips. And yesterday we got some peas put in with the violas. Eric built another little cool pea trellis, so we have a whole area for all the shelling peas. He's running around doing a bunch of cleanup too this morning, and I think we definitely still will probably have a frost at this point, but it has been several days without a frost, and it's not saying that we're going to get anything. And a lot of these plants are already hardened off, or if a frost should occur, they would probably do just fine. There's some things that aren't ready yet to come out, and there's other things that need to go specifically in that greenhouse.
You know what I mean?
And those are going to stay there too?
Yes.
Okay. You want me to get the level? Looks like... Okay, we're struggling just a tad with this one because the wood that we cut is a little bit different than some of that store-bought wood we're using, but I think we got it figured out.
Coming right along this morning, we had a pretty decent idea for how we wanted to put this window in the back wall, and then as soon as we started getting it up, our plans changed a little bit, but we like the way it looks now. This window is not like a typical vinyl framed window. It is, I believe, called an IGU, an insulated glass unit, a frameless window. It is big and heavy, thick glass. So what we've got here so far is I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's basically going to stop the window from falling in. Our rough-in opening is an inch bigger all the way around then the window. So we'll get the window, we'll put it in here, it'll be secure on this side, and then we'll basically build a frame similar to this. On the outside, that's gonna hold it in. To keep the window kind of floating in here and have it not just sit right on this wood, we're gonna use these little plastic shims. We'll put them down at the bottom and the window will set on there. And right before we shove this window into place, we're gonna put a big thick bead of caulking around the whole inside. And then I think around the outside, we're gonna leave a little gap. We'll do some backer rod and we'll do some caulking. Let's go get the window. Good job. Sorry, I need to step back. There's no way I'm gonna clear that plastic. Wait, don't say you're okay. Just want to make sure. We gotta come my way a little. Oh, it moves really easily. Whoa. Okay, it should push forward. You gotta come my way more. You're not gonna. Yeah, you're not gonna hit the wood. Barely. Can you come my way here more? Reel's here. What's that? Okay, window's in.
Remind me, is she taller than she is wide, or what's this window again?
She's a little wider. 64 by 60.
But we took off some of the height. So now she's going to be a little,
Yeah.
probably more like a true square.
So I think we could
We can't let it go.
shove some backer rod in there. And we'll put some more caulking.
My spirit. Yeah, we can do whatever you want.
Close to center as I can get it.
That back rod's not going to work right there. I mean, you could double her.
Why don't you just shove it in there? I'm going to put caulking over it.
Why do I keep hearing like eagle sounds?
It's called the big gap filler. Put that one there. Window ain't gonna fall out now.
It's in. It looks good. Eric's finishing up with the caulking and the backer rod. This window, I think he already told you how we acquired it, but we had some good friends get this window. They actually didn't work out for them, and they asked us if we wanted it, and we were like, sure, we'll take it. We didn't know what we'd use it for, but that is why we have such an extreme window in here, because it's just huge. It's beautiful. Not a huge fan of putting in the frameless windows at all. I don't think I've mentioned it up until this point that we did seal the wood with Thompson's water seal, or we coated it. It's like a fence coating. Because that's our spruce wood that the framing, the end walls are made out of, and it usually is like a pale or a golden color. So it kind of matches the treated wood really well. And I think we are working on eye bolts next. I can't hear you.
It must be soundproof.
Are the eye bolts for the roll-up sides?
Yep. They're to hold that rope.
Okay, these are the eye hooks that we are installing along the board, and they're going to be for the rope for the roll-up sides that this greenhouse has. Got a little washer and a nut, and then on the other side you put a little washer and a nut, and you just fasten it.
The front and back wall of the greenhouse, we opted to go with the cheapest option, which is just to use the regular greenhouse poly plastic. Right now, we're going through and we're deciding where we're gonna put our single wire lock. It's this aluminum channel that you basically push your plastic into, and then you have a piece of wiggle wire that goes in there, and it holds it tightly in place without ripping your plastic. You wanna do it along the whole entire bottom. So we've got two measurements, we'll put these in, and then you wanna do it around anything where you're gonna have an opening. So our roll-up door, our man door, our fan, shutters, the window on the back, and then anywhere else you want to put it. Just depends on, you know, how much strength or how tight you want the plastic against your walls. So 42 on that one, and we'll go 47 on this one.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about the side though.
We're gonna go right in the center of the 2x4. Okay. That one goes on that side. This is the start for that one. Front wall done, back wall completed with the single wiggle wire lock. And we decided to do a horizontal one going all the way across on both of them to kind of really secure that plastic in the center section. So we're gonna have it fastened really nice to the back and the front. We've got the louvers back here. We've got those framed in. We've got where our chimney's gonna go through. We're gonna have a thimble right there. We've got the wire lock around that. Everything turned out good back here. There's probably a couple little tiny things we're gonna do in the next few days, but we are gonna have a little bit of wind, so we're waiting on a nice day. The next step is putting up the pulley. See you guys then. Nope, you can shovel the next one, I'll do this.
This guy almost died, remember? Yep, it's perfect. You're hurting her. Today is the day. We are going to be pulling our poly. We only took a 1-day break and it's just gorgeous sun today and there's no wind, so we feel like the time is now. Yeah, you could even go more towards the...
I'll go 16.
Yeah.
On this side.
Okay.
We've been moving this roll of plastic around the property for what seems like forever. I'm excited to get it up. They say in the little pamphlet that this is a 100-foot roll, and that does not leave us a lot of extras for covering this big of a greenhouse. We're 60 feet long, so we're gonna cut this with a little bit extra on each side so we can pull it and get it nice and tight. We're doing about 18 inches on this end. We'll have 18 inches on that end. That brings us to, it's about 64 feet, so that leaves us with around 36 feet of plastic, hopefully, to do both end walls. But the most important piece is gonna be this big piece. So we're making sure that we have enough. We're gonna get it cut right here, and then we'll roll the rest of the roll out, and we'll cut it right down the middle, and that will be our end walls. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
No going back.
Like kind of a guide, but ours doesn't really have creases.
I think once we unfold it, it will. Don't know exactly how this is gonna go. It's probably like a few man job. On this one, it's just Arielle and I as usual. So we need to start with the end walls because these are gonna kind of go under the big main plastic, so they're gonna overlap on the top. We're gonna use wiggle wire to fasten all of this. We've already installed all of our single wire locks, so the plastic is gonna go over this, and then you're basically gonna put this wire in, and then you just start going like that. It's my first time using it. Cool, it holds it in, and because we're gonna overlap them on that top bow on the ridge, we don't wanna fasten this end wall like permanently. So we're gonna use these small little pieces of the wiggle wire that we cut, and we'll just put it in there temporarily, and then when we put the main plastic over, we'll pop these out, overlap them. We'll use this one right here. Kit came with more than enough plastic. It looks like we have 19.5 feet for each side. It's gonna be perfect. Our peak is only 15 feet tall. We're gonna get up on the ladders. We're starting at the top. We'll work our way out, see how it goes.
All that happens is one of these little folds came kind of undone. Give me a second. Let's take a minute here. that was fine.
Okay, I think what we need to do now is undo that one. Let's work that side. Let's undo that one, stretch it tighter.
Okay.
Or maybe I should stretch one down real quick. Let's put one down. Tell me when I'm semi-tight.
Right now the wind's taking you. What's going on? Is it windy or something?
Okay, I'm just gonna put that in about like there.
Do you want me on the inside pulling it or anything? On the door frame.
I think you're supposed to get the bottom.
You are supposed to do that first. You just gotta pull up from the middle above the fan and go up and it looks really good. This side looks awesome. Stay where you're at and just push it into the channel, should be good. Oh, what you're doing right there looks hard. So
You gotta really go up and down.
really go up and down, yeah, really rock it.
I don't like this stuff.
Well, we have the same opinion.
Hardest part's is the end. You gotta like.
That's what they always use pliers, huh?
It's tight. I'm gonna see if we can get that one in, huh?
Mm-hmm. So it's time to cut out the shop door. We've yet to do the man door, fasten it around there. I think, we've never done this before obviously, I think that we're actually going to run some wiggle wire on that top sheet of plastic in that same channel, if that's possible, because it just seems like it'd be a nightmare to kind of take it out and have to, you know, fasten in that plastic and then put in this plastic again on top with that wiggle wire. Once you get it in there, it really wants to stay in there. Yeah, overall, I think it looks pretty good.
Get a door.
Yay!
This wiggle wire does a great job at holding the plastic in place, but one thing you need to remember is when you're stretching it over like the perimeter, you want to do it tight, but you don't want to do it too tight, because every time you put this wiggle wire on, you push the plastic into the channel and it tightens it up. Like this wasn't that tight right here on the door, and now it's like a drum.
Yeah,
see, it's tight. It's tight that the wiggle wire is not actually going to the bottom of the channel.
Yeah.
It's more staying towards the top.
That's really tight, huh? It's not as a bug. Too tight or still good?
Going in.
Not yet, right? Or did you put that one yet?
Oh, I put a little on the other one.
So I'm like, what do you think, another ladder?
This side is tight.
I know, I was just looking at that from the side. The chickens!
Back wall turned out awesome. It took about half the time as the front. The front one took 2 hours, which isn't too bad considering it was our first one. The center section we put in here of the little channel lock on this back wall, we only put a little piece in the middle because it's really tight and we didn't want to push this in too much and risk ripping the plastic. Feel good about it. This wiggle wire is really securing it down. I don't think this is going to have any problems in the wind. And the manual for the big piece that goes over the whole body of the greenhouse, the 60-foot piece, it wants you to do it on the side and then tie ropes to it and pull it over. But they also want you to have like 4 people. But we found a video of a guy doing it online with just 2 people, and they use a rope to pull it over the peak, still leaving it folded up, and then they fold it down each side. And that's the method we're going to do. Let's see if we can get it done. Oh. Right? This might be the last time this ever happens.
You did it earlier.
I did 4 earlier, I
Good
think.
job, honey. I did 0. There's nothing super. There are those bolts. Yeah. Close, but you're not going to clear it. So hold on. Is there any way you're going to slip off those blocks and go forward? I don't think so. Position, I could be running around. I could do that part. You want a little more slack? We could get you a little more slack on this by unrolling it real quick. I'm just going to kind of unfurl a little more and see if I can get a little more slack. If it's snagging, let me know. Not sure. So what happened is somehow you got like the plastic, it's like hanging off the forklift.
Okay, hold on. Let me move over.
Huh?
Let me move down.
Yeah, sure. You got like, we could do maybe 2 more feet and then I can definitely get it unfurled from here.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Ready?
Go.
There we go. Yeah, we're good now, I think, right?
Ready?
Yeah, ready. Okay, let me get you some slack.
Okay, hold on.
Ready when you are.
Ready, go. Go. Let me know when you have about a foot hanging over you.
Huh? I think that's the center. I think I may have you askew, but I can't tell. I would say that can be snappy. Hopefully this goes with the weight of itself, huh? You want me to get in there with the blue ladder? I can. Okay, I'm perfect here. I gotta go a little further.
Nice. Look at that, she's long enough and everything.
Good job.
That's a wrap.
We did it! Oh. Oh. Yes. It's like having a circus tent like done or something. It's crazy. I'd say so.
Yeah, I guess so. That's probably the hard part. Okay, we're in on this side. Let me put one on the other side so it stays, and let's roll the other side down.
Okay. That's her. We're using the crease to make sure it's centered. Really nice crease in there. Oh, good job.
Okay, it's long enough. We're good.
That's that. What's that? What is that called again? What's it? So we are utilizing those lines that the poly has, or the creases, to make sure that we are straight. I'm kind of going along and really like tightening and making sure I'm pulling like down and out. Eric's going up along each end bow and fastening it permanently. He did that side already. We're on to this side. That second wiggle wire fits in that single channel just perfect. So it's working out pretty good. The wind did kick up a little today though, which is not good. Greenhouse plastic is no joke, huh? Do I need to pull it the whole way for you, think?
I think it's, you can pull it up.
Go, Eric!
Oh, it's
Go.
short, about 8 inches.
I just laughed because we wouldn't have gotten that far. I know we would have only gotten some. Coming out. He has pollen on him. Remember last year when I was
You're good.
planting till like midnight too? There's a little bit of slack right at the peak that Eric is getting out.
Hi.
Willingly getting out.
I'm high up here.
Are you okay? How's that going?
Good. It was all bunched and then kind of.
It was bunched.
It's kind of just not perfect.
Yeah, we'll put this stuff everywhere. Sad, I just wanted it this morning because it was so hot today. We finished just in time for dinner. These are some of our plants that we've been hardening off. I'm really trying to like give them the boot from the seed room. So it's just madness in there, and I'd like to get it all on the ground and be done with it. We're gonna have moose stroganoff for dinner. So we're grabbing some chunk moose meat, and then I'm also gonna grab some mustard because we are low on ours inside.
Can of meat. Onion, shallot, butter, moose meat. Look how thick that broth is.
Some Jello cubes. I didn't know it's supposed to rain today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Look at that dark cloud right above us.
I know. Oh gosh. That's the one that's leaking.
Come on in.
Well, we're not quite done with this project, of course. We still have to do those roll-up sides, but this is a good stopping point. Eric did almost all the wiggle wire himself, so his hands don't feel that good.
The thumbs, and what was happening is I was trying to use gloves while doing them, but it kept pinching my glove in there, and then your glove would get stuck in there. So I went gloveless. It hurts.
He did a great job. It looks amazing. It's nice and tight. There was only a little bit of like slack that we pulled out. And it's super warm in here. We noticed right away it's way warmer.
Yep. I don't know when we're going to get to the roll-up sides, relatively soon, but that's the last part of this structure, like what comes with it when you buy it. So I'm pretty excited that the pile of greenhouse stuff that we've had for a long time is gone.
Yeah, we're both a little exhausted at this point because it's taken so long to like just
Yeah.
put it together, and we had all the materials for so long. One thing I didn't mention was the temperatures today was in the mid 60s, so that's actually really warm for today, but that's the ideal temperature to put plastic on. You don't want it to be too cold, and I think they say you don't want it to be too hot either for like stretching it. So
We did suffer one little hole, but it's way in the back by the wall, so we'll be able to put a little tape on it. It's about the size of my pinky nail, so not too bad at all.
I think you can't even include that because it's like
So
this
small.
whole it's a 60 by 40, and you
60 by 30.
Okay, my apologies.
Yeah.
It's a 60 by 30.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, no, I was impressed that I'm
We
impressed.
did that good, yeah. How is this?
Very good.
What gives stroganoff that flavor? Is it the mushrooms? Is it the mustard?
What is that? Cat hair? Eyebrow hair?
That's a cat hair. Why are you giving it to me? It's like thinly sliced strips.
Hmm.
Like Mongolian beef or something. Huh? It's not ground.
I thought it was ground for some reason.
And one of these days, babe, we're gonna take it easy.
Aren't you happy to have this done? Can I sit on this, or is that too?
Are you done?
I won't break it.
No.
The whole garden you're talking about?
No, the groundwork for putting these posts in. Remember how hard it was to get all those perfectly straight and then retrenched, and you were holding them and I was pounding them? and
That
you were
was
patting
last
them.
year. I didn't even remember that. You do, I see. Oh, that's really hot.
You didn't touch it with your hand. How much room do you have on your side?
About 1.5 feet.
Okay, I got about 2 feet.
Okay, I got 2 feet too. Do you want to say that's good?
Yeah.
It's warmed up out here and we are ready to do our roll up sides. We're having a little lunch break. We just got done planting this cruciferous bed. So it's cauliflower and broccoli. We did go ahead and move over a frost blanket just because when you first transplant plants like that, even though they're hardened off, it's just a little easier, I feel like, for them to acclimate to being outdoors, at least until they get their roots started. We have other beds that we're able to pull them off of because they've been out here for like a week and a half, so they're doing great on their own already. Not tonight, but I think the next night and the next night, it is saying we could have a frost. There's always really a chance of that at this time of the year, and every single year that we've planted here in Alaska, I have made the mistake of putting out plants a little bit too early, pushing them a little bit too far, and I do lose some. So that happened this year as well. I put some flowers out, and I was like, they'll be good, and we did have a frost, and I lost a few of them. I don't want to take the chance with these plants at all. Something else pretty exciting is Eric got those drums, those steel drums that he cut a little while ago. He got those in here. We have some plants that have a permanent home now, so our lilac, a rose, we have tarragon planted over there, and horseradish. So the horseradish that was overwintered, and it now finally has a permanent home. So these are really cool beds that Eric made, and he just welded some stands to keep them flat in there. We did a little rearranging too over here. I'm gonna eat, and then we're gonna get to work. Oh wow, you laid it out and everything, hon.
Well, it's a good thing Arielle ordered this greenhouse kit with the roll-up sides because it's not too hot of a day in the 60s. I put my thermometer in there because I was like, man, it's hot, and it turned out we got almost to 120 degrees in there. The roll-up sides are basically just gonna open up both sides and allow ventilation. The way we set ours up, the roll-up sides will come down to here when it's closed, and then as we roll them up, we can roll them all the way up, probably to about there. So we got about 4 feet of opening we'll have on each side. This is one of the main components that we got for the kit, and it is the gearbox. So these don't really do anything. They're just gonna guide along a pipe to make sure everything rolls up nice and straight. But right here, you're gonna twist this. It's a pretty low gear ratio. I'm not sure how fast it's gonna be rolling up these sides. And then as you do that, it spins some pipes that we're gonna run the whole way that is connected to the whole entire side of the greenhouse, and that's what's gonna roll it up and down. First thing we're gonna do is get our pipe ready. This is inch and a, I don't know, it's a pipe that's gonna run the whole length, and each end has the swedge on it so it can fit into the next piece. We will drill one hole in this one, and that's gonna connect right there with that bolt into the gearbox. And the one thing we're gonna make sure to do is we're going to undo the plastic from the greenhouse right here because we are gonna have the roll-up sides now, and then we'll just lay this pipe on top of the eye bolts and it'll rest there for us. Almost lost me. Like that.
No genius, but it seems like you'd put like tape over the. Huh.
Yeah, we gotta trim some of that off. Tell you what, this isn't something you want to do every single day. Got one side in most of the way, and it looks like it works pretty good. It's probably not something you want to do with that crank like twice a day. You know, morning, open it up, evening, lower it down. It takes quite a while to do it. I'm sure I could hook up something on the drill to make it a little bit faster. So it's not complete right now. If the wind comes along, they can still kind of pull this out, and the way they have this kit set up to secure it to the wall is using rope. So we put those eye bolts in a while ago, and you're gonna put one there, and you're gonna come up, and then you're gonna use one of these little clips they have here They look like this, and they're meant to fit in the wire lock. And you go in between those or right past the middle bow, and you put one in like that. You run your rope through it like so. Come down to this one. Put another one in here, and then just repeat the process like pretty much like a zigzag. And then when you get it all tight and where you want it, you're going to come through and put a screw in each one of these top little clips.
So these are for the roll-up sides to kind of like loosely hold them when they're
down, it holds them in place.
and when they're rolled up in some way.
Yeah, not only does the heavy metal hold it in place, but
Gotcha. Makes sense.
so go in here. Let me snuggle.
It's biggins. Is that okay?
I can't really see it. Smooth it out nice.
Unfortunately, we got a hole here. We did put some of the tape that the greenhouse comes with. It's pretty sticky stuff. The guide that we're following, Eric was doing some research on it, and it does recommend that you roll the tube upwards inside like that, but it doesn't really make sense in our circumstance because it's just gonna snag on these bolts that put the bows together. So we went ahead and ran Gorilla Tape on all of them just to be like extra precautionary. And what we're gonna do now is flip that tube and then try to roll it the opposite way so it goes on the outside. The reason they don't recommend that is because water can collect in that channel, but you know, I think I'll take that over ripped plastic, so we're gonna give that a go. Looks a lot tighter too.
It's way better, it's way smoother too.
Yeah, it seems nicer. I wouldn't go high on that personally.
Got the second side up. This one took about half as long to get done, probably about, I don't know, less than an hour in total. It's almost done. That's because these little clamps right here that hold the rope on, they're just clipped in there, and they want you to put one of the self-tapping screws in here. The only size that the kit comes with, they're all 1 inch, and 1 inch is not long enough to get in there. It's just barely hitting the thread. So we gotta get some that are 1 1/4 or 1.5 inches, and we'll put one in every single one of these on both sides, and then she will be officially complete.
Yeah, it works a lot better like that, hun. Well, that is her. Big thanks to Eric for making this happen because it was a huge undertaking and I definitely could not have done it by myself. We both come a long way to get to this point and we still have more to go. You know, nothing in here is really ready for plants right now. Still got to build beds. We're multitasking, doing all that stuff outside at the same time. We are switching over some of our equipment. Eric cut it out to do that. And everything is just a scramble, a race right now. We're trying to get everything done in here so we can get all the plants out of the seed room, or the ones that are being hardened off. They're pretty much all in the seed room. And plant them out here because I started my seeds too early, some of them. It's been a cool spring pretty much overall. We are still seeing plants that are perennials finally break bud. Some of them are just sprouting. Some of them aren't yet up, so I don't know yet what the situation's gonna be with those. I've got to get cabbage planted tonight, and I'm just helping along those other plants, just pulling off some old leaves. Got the strawberry bed cleaned up. Hopefully those are gonna perennialize. I don't see any growth yet. I have no doubt that this greenhouse is gonna be amazing for us this summer, but it won't really be completely set up. I don't think we're gonna have, I think Eric will try to get those fans hooked up, but I don't know when that will happen. I definitely know that stove is not going to be in here. It probably won't really be used until next year. And I don't know how this is all going to work out. I imagine that it's going to get very hot in here, and we will definitely be utilizing the front little shop door, I'll call it. And I will most likely have that south roll-up side up most of the summer, at least once it gets consistently hot. And this wall, I imagine I will leave it down, but I don't quite know yet. So we'll see. Next time we see you, I hope that we will be out here planting.